Oh my goodness. Um, Samoa Joe just showed us. That's awesome, guys. Wow. Now it explains a little bit why he wasn't in the Rumble. I still would have done it at the Rumble, his appearance. Maybe even something. I'll get to all that later, but wow. That was that what a way to close it out. Wow, that he handed at the Destroyer coming right behind him, and on NXT's that live event on Facebook or whatever, I guess the Destroyer came and destroyed. Oh, Samoa Joe on Raw, guys. It doesn't get better than that. Raw, you outdid yourself. I'm gonna do the review. Okay, guys, got to settle down a little bit. That was a cool ending to Raw, but let's get right into the to what happened on Raw. We had it with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho talking about how. Well, first off, Kevin Owens gave all the credit to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho didn't have nothing to do with it. In fact, I didn't point this out in my video, but Chris Jericho's hanging in that cage, and he drops brass knuckles. That's cool and all. But the guy has a United States Championship around his waist. Anyways, this is not about the Royal Rumble. I'm sorry. Get it off there, off topic. But it is about Raw. And so they're out there talking, and then Braun Strowman's music goes, and here goes Braun Strowman. He talks. He reminds them that, hey, you know what? You promised me a title shot. And Kevin Owens playing dummy. I don't remember that. So he played the video for him, setting up a title match for that night. Later on in the night, they do have the title match, but you see what's coming. Roman Reigns comes down. Superman punch. Nothing's taking him down. I mean, boot, everything. It was the Spirit that finally took him down. That was kind of cool. I think it's setting up for, I believe Fastlane's the next Raw pay-per-view. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it looks like it's setting up for that. That's awesome. Those two to fight in Fastlane. A lot of people believe that it's going to be Undertaker, Roman Reigns, WrestleMania kind of thing. And it could still happen. They kind of look like they were setting it up at the Rumble. That could still happen. This Braun Strowman match happens at Fastlane. And then they move it on to Undertaker and him. I don't know what's going to go on from there, but that is a possibility. Anyways, the match got thrown out because of Roman Reigns. Next up, we did have a mixed tag match. We had Bayley teaming with the former tag team champions Cesaro and Sheamus versus the new tag team champions, the Club, Gallows and Anderson, teaming with the women's champion, Charlotte. They did call them losers and all that other stuff. But anyways, the match, I wasn't over impressed with the match. I'll be honest with you guys. There were points of the match I just go, this is getting boring. What are they trying to do? I don't understand. And that's just how it was. But anyways, it went on. The only part that I felt was good was Cesaro was playing up the whole Bayley thing. He wore the wristbands and all that. That was pretty cool. But the match itself was not the greatest. And then we had Sasha Banks. She was fixing to go out. She's having her knee taped. Bayley goes back to talk to Sasha Banks. Sasha goes, I'm doing this, and kind of snapped on Bayley a little bit, and then she goes out there and gets squashed pretty much, and hurts her knee some more, and Bayley had to come to the rescue and kind of get the whole thing stopped. I don't know if there's a feud going to brew between them. I could see it doing it to build Bayley's character, but that's a possibility. Now let's talk about a couple of the things that kind of heated up the night some. We have the Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. They showed up. They come down to the ring. Paul Heyman's talking about, butts. And I'm not talking about those type of butts. I'm talking about Brock Lesnar was dominant. Yeah, but that thing. Well, he did mention Ronda Rousey. He goes, Ronda Rousey was dominant. Yeah, but then she got her face kicked in. and then he said Brock Lesnar has been dominant. Yeah, but Goldberg's dominated him twice now. Dominated. Pure dominance. Anyways, so he goes, so let's do it one final time. And you know what they did? They pointed. They pointed to the WrestleMania sign, which I've already called, so it's no big surprise to me. But they did point to the WrestleMania sign, challenging Bill Goldberg to WrestleMania. Now, as long as the match isn't like a 15-second, 20-second, 30-second match, and we actually have an actual fight, that's awesome. If you screw it up like you did in Survivor Series, if you screw up like you did at the Royal Rumble, prime examples, I don't know. But I think it could be a great match, and I think that this one's going to be a lot better than those two. I think those two are just building for this. Last but not least, earlier in the night, we had Stephanie come down. Well, Stephanie said she was going to confront Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes down first. He comes marching to the ring. Gets in the ring, and he said, I know I'm making Stephanie mad, but I figure I'll come down here first, and I'll call her out. And Stephanie comes down, and Stephanie goes, I'm sorry to disappoint you tonight. And he came back with a quick one-liner, like you've been doing your husband every night. I thought that was kind of funny. It made me chuckle a little bit. But then she explains that Triple H is not going to be there. So he goes on and says, well, I wonder how the suits will feel in New York when I start showing up to the meetings, the board meetings. Maybe how will your kids feel when I show up at the door? And that kind of triggered Stephanie. And Stephanie turns around and she says, I was lying. Hunter is coming. And he's coming for you. Well, Triple H shows up. He comes down to the ring. He's talking about how unprofessional or whatever Seth Rollins is. And that Seth Rollins called him out. And he said, I'm done with this. He takes off his jacket. He calls out Seth Rollins. And here comes Seth Rollins, heading for the ring. What happens? A lot of people are figuring someone's going to interfere. I was sitting there going, what if it's Shawn Michaels? That would be kind of funny. But it wasn't. It was Samoa Joe. Yeah, you saw that in the beginning, huh? But Samoa Joe interferes, and now we understand why he was in the Rumble. Even though I would have done, like I said, I would have done it at the Rumble. Maybe somehow Seth Rollins gets thrown into the Rumble for some reason, and Samoa Joe comes down and throws him out of the Rumble. That would have been cool. That would have set up this whole thing. But anyways, I thought it was good. A great way to end the night. That was for sure a great way to end the night. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Raw did a fantastic job. It's going to be hard for SmackDown to top that. Because of the ending, I'm going to give them 4 bears. Earlier on in the night, I was thinking, it's going to be a 3 bear, 2 bear, 2.5 bear night. They're going to get about 4 bears, maybe 4.5, I don't know. Because the ending was awesome. Seeing Samoa Joe, that just popped. I mean, that was awesome. Anyways, everything's down in the description. You know what to do. Hit that like, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Just do it. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. Catch you guys later. This is Big Bear 77. I'm signing out. Peace.